Run out of time. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's Marketing Mix. So this is a hot topic, I feel, because I asked my lovely friend, Katherine, who is here with me today, to write a guest post for me about TikTok and Reels. And it's probably been one of the most shared posts for my blog this year. So I thought it was a good idea to get her on the Marketing Mix to really talk about TikTok and Instagram Reels and get to the nitty gritty of what each channel is. Whenever I want to know anything about developments in the social media world, Katherine is my go-to person because I know what I know and I know what I like, but those two things aren't necessarily what you want to know. So Katherine is the person that I always go to. So today we'll talk about the differences between TikTok and Reels and whether you want to use either or both for your business. So I've already mentioned Katherine a couple of times. I'm just going to hand over to her to tell us a little bit about her and her business.
So thanks, Manel. Thank you so much for having me here and for saying awesome things. Hi, everyone. My name is Katherine George, and I help businesses and brands of all shapes and sizes from all over the world get really tangible results from their social media. I do this in two different ways. I own a full-service media marketing agency called Social, based down here it's meant to be a sunny Cornwall. It's a bit mizzly today, which is like misty drizzle, for those of you who don't know. And I own a sister company called So Savvy, which is primarily a free online training resource.
Amazing. So if you're watching live, and I can see that there are a few people that have joined us, find that comment box, wherever you are, LinkedIn, Facebook or YouTube. Tell us where you are watching us from today and whether it's, did you say mizzly?
Mizzly. It's misty drizzle. Mizzle.
Okay. Is it mizzly with you today, or is it sunny like it is here? So pop that into the comments. And as we go along, if you've got questions for Katherine, please do pop those into the comments and I'll get to as many as we've got time for. So the first thing that I wanted to Hannah's just said I say mizzly too. The first thing that I wanted to ask you really is, what is the difference between TikTok and Reels? Because until I asked you, I thought they were pretty much the same thing.
Okay, so that is probably the biggest miscomprehension we see. So TikTok is the new kid on the block. It's really disruptive and it's basically short form video. Reels is an element of Instagram, which is also mobile first short form video. So that's why people get confused when you explain it like that. They're very similar. That's very much where the similarities end from a good quality marketing point of view. So we have to drill right back down to why people use these platforms. TikTok is a place for entertainment. That entire algorithm is designed for short, snappy videos that hook you in, keep you going, and keep you really in almost this fun, immersive, educational state. So they're designed to be short, snappy, hook you in, and really entertaining. In comparison, we've known and loved Instagram for a really long time. And users go there for their daily inspiration. It's where we go to live our unicorn life. I call it my unicorn life anyway, because my life isn't actually as shiny as my Instagram appears. But it's where our super ego takes over. And it's where we go to be inspired. We follow influencers who have these stunning lives. We follow beautiful houses. We follow the best horses, the best cars. Beautiful people, beautiful food. It's a very aspirational and inspirational network. So when you start to pull it apart like that, you can start to see the differences. One is about entertainment, fun, engaging, snappy. The other one is inspirational. And yes, there can still be fun, engaging, snappy in there, but aesthetically, they are very different.
Amazing. Right, I hadn't thought of it that way. Got some people joining us today. So Lucy, sunny Staffordshire, sunny here. Bridie from London. Angela, Grey Devon.
Ah, it's
And
the
Richard.
Southwest.
Southwest is obviously having a bad day of it
Yeah.
today. So you talk about entertainment versus inspiration, and so in terms of content, how would you create content? Like, how would you make it entertaining for TikTok and inspirational for Instagram if you've not got a lot of time?
So that's a really great question. So TikTok is all about the hook. It's about getting someone to get their attention really quickly. Something like this, click of a finger will bring people in. One of my best performing TikToks for me personally, not clients, is me going, because you intrigue people. And if you spend time looking through your TikTok feed, a lot of it is people. A lot of it is people dancing, it's people doing something, it's people starting something, it's people engaging with you. There's a lot of face to camera. Don't get me wrong, there's also lots of dogs and animals and things like that, but there is always a very, very quick hook. There is always text overlaid, there is always captions on, there is always a really clear title, so people can really quickly understand what they're going to see. In comparison, in Reels, we like it when we can see a story. So there seems to be a slightly different hook. And actually, for really quick content creation on both platforms, there are templates, which is a great hack. You'll notice within Reels templates, they are designed for slicing together images in a way that tell a very emotive story that goes along with the music. Whereas so the templates on TikTok, we'll get tongue-tied at some point during this talk. So the TikTok templates are very scrollable. They're very quick. They're very jumpy. And that's again because the nature of the platform is very different. There's an element of on TikTok is if you give someone 2 seconds to get bored of you, they will be gone. Very short attention spans. It's mainly 14 to 20-year-olds, very, very young, attention-starved audience. Whereas on Instagram, because we're looking for that inspiration, we're prepared to give it a little bit longer. We're prepared to see where the story goes.
Okay. That's interesting. So, I mean, if there are younger people using TikTok, would you say that you would only use TikTok if you're targeting that age audience?
So it's the same with any social media network. Be where your customers are. So if you know you have this young audience, yes, you should be on TikTok. But also fully understand your customer and see if there's a niche audience on there. So I'm actually quite a big equestrian. I have a couple of horses. There is a massive equestrian market on TikTok. And it's nice because on Instagram, I see all these beautiful horses doing all this beautiful stuff, and my horses can't do that. On TikTok, I see other people's horses being absolute nightmares and doing the ridiculous stuff that mine also do. So if you are in a niche, if you can understand your audience, go for it and put your placements there. And there's no hard or fast answer of going, yes, use this network for this, because it buckles down to your customer. So spend time understanding your customer persona, understanding what networks they are using, and understanding, more importantly, why they are using those networks.
So, if you're doing that, then in terms of creating your own content, I'm like, you could be inspired by other content that you see on there. Is it how easy is it to find things that people will engage with?
So TikTok is phenomenal for new content discovery. So there's kind of several ways to answer this question, and I will talk about Creator Hub because that's a phenomenal resource. I made a note so I don't forget. But it's always worth going in, looking and seeing what other people are doing, seeing what presents to you. That's always the first step. Then it's worth researching. So TikTok now say that more young people use TikTok as a search engine than Google. Now, I'm not getting involved in this argument. I'm not going to comment. But if you understand your customer well, So you and I, Manal, we're both service-based businesses.
Yep.
We could go in, literally search for business life. And then you can start to see what kind of content does well. There are a few staples of content which always work on TikTok. Day in your life. So this is my life as a small business owner. This is my life as an email marketing expert. This is my life as a social media manager. There's always things like oddly satisfying. So it's great for anyone who, one of my favorite ones is the guy that cleans jewelry.
Okay.
And you would be amazed just by searching through the oddly satisfying that you can go and you can understand, well, actually, this is what my audience would find oddly satisfying. And there's a lot of content in there. So your first place to go is search through the network, then do some actual searching on the network, and then finally heading over to Creative Hub. So if you think it's Creative Center, actually, sorry, there's Creative Studio, Creative Hub, Creative Suite. There's a lot of creatives in social
everything.
media. But if you Google TikTok Creator Center, they will literally tell you what is trending and what is trending in your industry, what is trending in your hashtag, and what videos are working at the moment.
I'll just put that in the comments.
We
so
see
TikTok.
that TikTok Creator Center. Let me see if I can find it and I'll put it in the comments for us. So it's completely free to access. You will need a TikTok account, but once it is there, you can access it and it will literally tell you what is trending and what is trending everywhere. So yes,
Wow.
the website itself talks a lot about ads,
Yeah.
but it also gives you a TikTok Academy. So it can teach you how to hook people in quickly. It will show you what's trending at the moment. And something we see on TikTok a lot is actually a video format. So it could be someone being like, one that always really sticks in my mind is show me you're wealthy without showing me you're wealthy. And it's just a real template of people showing, you know, either they're putting on a designer coat or they're walking out of a Range Rover.
Yeah.
I feel like we could potentially do one. Maybe we start one, which is show me you're a business owner without showing me you're a business owner. And I could just cry quietly for that. Yeah.
We should start that trend. I actually downloaded the TikTok app, created a personal account, went in about less than half a dozen times and went, not from me, and deleted it from my phone. So it's I think you have to probably I probably would have had to have just made a bit more effort in finding the people that were interesting to me.
Yeah.
So
I
was just going to say, Richard has asked, TikTok doesn't like you using your own music, as in licensed via something like Canva. Is that something you know about?
So TikTok is all about the music. So the TikTok algorithm, sorry, I'm going to answer Richard's question in the longest way, but hopefully with the most value. So the TikTok algorithm works on what's in your video, how many people engage with it quickly, whether it embraces any trends, and that includes trending music. So TikTok doesn't like it when you use other music because one, it either wants to go, can we use this and run with it? So great if you are an artist.
Mm-hmm.
If you're using something from Canva, you don't have the rights to go, yes, share this. So it's going to hate you straight away. And two, by not selecting their music, you are actively working against the algorithm.
Okay.
So wherever possible, it's slightly different if you're doing a voiceover. But if you are doing a general TikTok that doesn't have a voiceover in it, always use their music, and where possible, try to use trending music that is currently trending.
Interesting. I hadn't heard of that. So we'll just talk about the age bracket of TikTok. So an approximate age bracket of Instagram users.
So I believe it is currently, this is a pop quiz, the largest market is 24 to 34.
Okay.
I might be wrong on that. Please don't hold me to it exactly. But it's the kind of millennials. So it's my age bracket. All social media networks are getting a wider age audience. But Insta is very much the millennial market. We are seeing the older generation on board as well. We saw that with Facebook. We will probably see it with TikTok as people's children on board onto it. But it is an older audience than TikTok.
Yeah, I mean, I have Instagram accounts. I've got one for the business and one for myself. And my personal one is food, gardening, and travel. And I spend a lot of time watching dog videos. So that's me, and it serves me up lots of dog videos as well. But I guess there are always anomalies, aren't there? Like, so TikTok is a young audience, but I know I don't know if you follow them, but Knowlton, which is the video marketing agency, they do quite a lot of I guess video campaigns for really massive organizations, and they love TikTok. They're posting on TikTok all the time, and they've said that they found they've actually generated business from posting on TikTok. And to your point, it's about finding your audience, right, and finding the hook and the trend, and making sure it gets in front of your audience.
Exactly, and using them as an example. If you are a business who knows you need to embrace TikTok, where are you going to go to find someone who creates great TikToks? You're going to go to TikTok.
Yep.
So it's about really understanding that audience. And there are some phenomenal campaigns that have run on TikTok. My favorite one was during the World Cup for Old Spice. And it literally said, your boyfriend's watching the football. Look at him. Now look at me. Now look at him. Now look at me.
I love those Old Spice videos. They're great. I love them.
But it was phenomenal. It was advertising everyone who is stuck watching the football with their boyfriend, and it spoke to me beautifully. And he looked a little bit like the Duke from Bridgerton. So I mean, that had me hook, line, and sinker.
Yes. Yeah. Gosh, he was around before. I don't know if you remember the Old Spice ads, because they were there were some really big ones, I think, in the early 2000s, where they took the internet by storm. Social media wasn't so much of a thing then, but it was, and they did the normal traditional TV ads. And I just remember one of him riding on a horse.
I remember, yeah.
So in terms of content, we've talked about getting inspiration, but like, if you're a business, what types of content go over well, and what could you be doing to raise awareness of your business?
Okay, so there's a few kind of general things that always do very well. And actually, jumping on, is it Nadia's? I'm sorry, I'm horribly bad at reading out names, where a lot of older business owners do well. There's a whole Naina, sorry. There is a huge arm of TikTok, which is younger people who want to have a very business owner-esque life. And if you can portray it very glamorously, you'll find a natural following. And actually, we see that on a lot of networks, because we all know it's very glamorous and there's no stress at all, ever.
None whatsoever.
But apart from kind of showing you and the person behind the business, a few great hacks are always location. So showing off where you are, where you're based. That could be your office. It could be your county. We use Cornwall a lot in our marketing. It could be your showroom. It could be unboxing new things. It could be your story. So that story that is completely you. Your kind of day in the life. So what you're doing, what you're up to, showcasing any products. So any new products or any new arrivals, they will always work really nicely. Especially if you've got anything being delivered, like a good unboxing and a good packing video always goes down well. People love unboxing videos.
I don't know why. I really don't know why, but they do. When I posted the unboxing video for my email marketing planner, it went crazy. I was just like, I've just opened a box and shown you something inside it. But yeah,
everyone loves it. Yeah. Anything new, anything behind the scenes, and then importantly, always adding value. So a lot of my TikToks at the minute are very much the top tip, but anything you can do that adds value to your customers. So that could be, we've got this new gin in the cocktail recipe.
Yeah.
We've got this new sewing machine. Here's how you fix your socks. It's that kind of value adding content. And actually, we see a lot of growth on TikTok with value adding content. if you don't believe me, look at the folding lady. All she does is fold things, and you need to watch it now. It will change the way you fold stuff.
I really want to know how to fold fitted sheets. That's my bugbear, so I'm going to look her up.
Yeah,
sure
check out Folding Lady. She's got something for everyone.
Wow.
But something that you think is simple, there is a whole audience out there. Great real life example is I've had braces now about maybe 6 months, not even that long, maybe 4. And I couldn't figure out how to wear orthodontics wax. So really boring real life example. I went to TikTok, found it. Then not only did I put it on like they said, I then bought wax from them. So they gave me a really boring value adding topic, but that spoke beautifully to their customers. So people with braces that are annoying them.
Yeah. So I mean, I was talking to one of my mentees yesterday, and we were talking about the content that she wants to create. And I said, well, before you do that, like, you need to figure out more about your audience. So, like, your need was to find out how to manage that. And you went in search for the thing that you needed. And, the content was there. So I think, I'm starting to change my mind a little bit on TikTok. I'm not sure if I'm ready to be on it, but it's finding that need, isn't it?
One of the big things with TikTok is, and if you're going to use it well, is there's always going to be an element of you have to embrace the platform. So there is always going to be an element of like jumping on a trend or getting face to camera and normally doing something that a lot of business owners are a little bit uncomfortable with. But if you can find a groove in it, it can go really well. And one of my favorite things about it is each video is treated in its own merit. So it doesn't matter how many followers you have. There is an element of the more followers you get, the more people naturally see it. But
yeah, of course,
each video is treated on its own. So you could onboard onto TikTok tomorrow and have a video that goes viral. Or you could onboard on TikTok, have like 400 or 500 views on something and then suddenly go viral and then never go viral again. It is very much the nature of the beast. Everyone has their own opportunity. And it's about kind of figuring out if this is a platform for you. And then as well, figuring out if there is a potential it could devalue you. Because it is such an interesting platform. It's if you're going to go there and stick to your guns. And it's completely acceptable to go, we're going to onboard onto TikTok and we're going to run a search strategy on it.
Yeah.
So you're going to be like my orthodontics wax people. You're going to put a few videos up that value add, and you know that there'll be a whole niche audience who are just searching for it all the time. So it won't go viral overnight, but slowly and surely, more and more people will see it. They'll get the value. They'll do the transaction that you want. And that's a fully acceptable TikTok strategy. And actually, for lots of businesses, it's a more valuable TikTok strategy.
Of course. So how active do you have to be on TikTok? Do you have to post every day, or how does that work?
Again, it's because each video is treated in its own merit. You can post with how often you can post. So me and Christian, so mine and Manel's mutual friend, just went over to San Diego for a conference, and the TikTok guy on stage was like, I post every day. And he did. His videos were very aggressive, very cutting. He's like, I am a bully on TikTok. I am attacking everyone. He gets paid for being on TikTok. So he is being paid to show up every day. If you as a business strategy go, we're going to test TikTok once a week, once a fortnight is fine. Because as well, your content stays in feed for a long time.
Right.
And that is a commonality between TikTok and Reels is your content can go in feed. So it could go live and then nothing really happens. And suddenly 4 weeks later, you go viral. But again, it's not strictly about going viral. You're better off being seen by a smaller number of people who are going to be your customers than going viral for something that adds absolutely no value at all.
Definitely. So, interesting question, because I do like I said, watch a lot of dog videos on Instagram, and I do see people posting their TikToks as a reel. Would you do that, or vice versa? Is there a reason you should do that, and is there a reason you shouldn't?
So best practice is no. And simply because you will have a different audience on TikTok and Instagram. Lots of people do it. I even do it. If I do a TikTok and if I go, do you know what, this is good content, I'm going to put it everywhere. It's normally interesting to see that it'll always do better on one platform than the other. And interestingly, it's normally the way it starts. It's normally that kind of initial starting thing that alters the effectiveness of the video. Like I said earlier, on TikTok, there has to be that hook.
Yeah.
The other things we have to be aware of is Instagram deranks anything with the TikTok watermark on it. Different music may be trending on different times.
Yep.
Instagram, we are looking for, again, more inspirational content.
Yeah.
And there is a very good chance that by putting your TikTok content on, you could inadvertently just be devaluing your Instagram feed.
Okay. So you could have the same content idea, but just put a different spin on it.
Yeah. So different spin, different videos, maybe bring them up at different times. And I don't mean, one at midday, one at 5. I mean, one month, one another. So it's about waiting for that opportunity. And it's about making sure it feels right for the platform. Because I definitely have content on TikTok that doesn't feel right for Instagram and vice versa. So about really understanding your audience on Instagram and TikTok. But as an initial early test, if you're like, I'm not sure if TikTok is going to work, by all means, download your reels without the watermark and put them on there as a nice beta test. And then if you go, well, actually, I've had 200 or 300 views here, then it might be worth you thinking about a proper TikTok strategy.
That's a good idea, actually. So before you go all in with TikTok, just test it out with some reels that you've created. Cool. So Hannah's saying that she saw that that type of thing you'd create for TikTok. What you create is more suitable for. So I think what she's saying is things that she's seen that have been created for TikTok are more suitable for Instagram. Everyone's got an old phone stashed in the drawer. It's a good idea to go live on both platforms. Is it a good idea to go live on both platforms at the same time? Can you go live on TikTok?
Do you know, I don't actually know the answer to that question. You can do TikTok stories. If you can, I have fully missed that update, but I don't think you can.
Okay, yeah, I didn't. I thought TikTok was just about posting recorded videos. I didn't realise you could, if you could go live.
So you can go live on TikTok. Actually, yeah, of course you can. Sorry, I see it all the time. I follow a live tarot reader. Blonde moment. If you are going to go live across multiple platforms, we've done it before and we have used multiple devices. I think as long as you are comfortable with that and you can use kind of what I find if I go live on multiple devices is I don't know where to look.
Yes.
So I think as long as you're comfortable with like, this is going to be my central point, then I think you're absolutely fine.
Yeah.
But again, it's making sure that your going live content makes sense on both platforms.
Absolutely.
So, and it keeps looping back to that in this conversation because that is the fundamental thing. Understand your audience, understand why they are using each network. That is the big thing.
Yeah. I think Hannah's saying I think that's a yes, you can go live on TikTok, but you need a certain amount of followers. And Katherine, Nana would like the details of the tarot reader, please.
I will send them to you. I'll send them to you.
That's brilliant. Thank you. If you've got any more questions, post them in the comments. I'm sure Katherine will be able to come back and answer them. And just that multiple going live thing, like I keep these sessions short and they are all about marketing. And at the moment we are live over Facebook, LinkedIn and YouTube. And I use a piece of software called StreamYard to be able to do that, which means I'm only looking at one camera. And I don't have to find a spare mobile phone to go live. So thank you so much, Katherine. It's been really useful. If anyone wants to follow Katherine, I'm just going to pop her website into the comments. Oh, I can never type and speak at the same time. I've lost that ability since I turned 50. So that's Katherine's website. Do check it out. In 2 weeks' time, I'm going to be talking about how you can get your Small Business Saturday and Christmas campaigns ready. So if you want to take part in Small Business Saturday, join me. You've still got time, and I'll tell you what you should be doing. Or if you've got something that you want to plan for Christmas, let me join me, and I'll cover both things. It's going to be it's the same theory, but across 2 different types of events. And I'm just going to give my email marketing planner a small plug. So if you haven't bought this yet, I can't type. I really can't type and talk at the same time. If you haven't bought this yet, please do check it out, because I've had some really wonderful feedback about it. It's only £28 if you're in mainland UK, most of mainland UK. And if you're wanting to start with email marketing, I've created it specifically for people to get started and then move on to something more advanced. Katherine, thank you so much for today. It's been interesting. I might dip my toe back in the TikTok pool again. We don't know. I feel like I'm a little bit social media'd out at the minute with the places that I'm on anyway. So I'll maybe reserve judgment on that. But I post a reel every now and again.
I'm pleased.
Cool. Well, thank you very much, everyone. I hope to see you in 2 weeks' time when we're talking about Christmas and Small Business Saturday campaigns. Have a great rest